Hey Woodturners, I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. Yeah, that's who this is. And hope you're having a great day. We're going to get into the shop and do a few things. First off, I got caught. These aren't my safety glasses, and I came in the other day and started talking about the shop. Do have to mention that I don't have to take off my watch, or my rings, or my bling, all that other stuff that I don't need. Remember, that ring that signifies that you're married, tell you what, if you need that to prove that you're married, it ain't working out. It's a part-time thing and she's going to go anyway. Get rid of it. And get rid of that watch. You know what time it is? It's time to get out. Pardon me. I got this right. It's time to get out and start making shavings. That's right, it's time. I can't tell what time it is. Hey, if you're wondering what's the deal with the wardrobe change, I shot all the stuff for yesterday, and I went in and tried to put it up on the computer, and somehow the computer said I was overloaded on my standby mode of the standby and upstart and it's \3 and all that stuff, and it didn't work out. So I'm saving some of the parts that's on Lathe. That worked out. But everything else I'm going to have to do all over again. So if you don't mind a wardrobe change, I don't either. In fact, right now, we're going to make the change. Watch this. Now, since you're watching, we're going to talk a little bit about some things. Number one, I heard from one of you guys, I don't wear my safety glasses. Well, these are without the side shields. But, you got me. I don't like to get gotten. Yeah, having a hard time. These are safety glasses with side shields and prescription, and I got them at Sam's of all places. Yeah, now if I had to go back and redo all that and remember where and when and how much, that ain't gonna happen. That was pre-stroke. It's just like, where is my screw center, the small one? It's here, but I came out this morning to work on stuff. Thought I'd work on some jigs and all that. Some Black Hawks. Then, alright, 3 weeks ago I went to the doctor. Crossing the lobby in the doctor, I took a fall. And I busted my leg. Really bad. And it killed me to walk on it for the first couple of weeks. And now it's gotten a little bit better. I'm not going to show it to you because I'm not 5 years old and this isn't kindergarten. Oh, look at my Bobo. I hate when you see that on Facebook. Trust me, I don't need to see if you were stupid enough, careless enough, or unfortunate enough to get hurt. I don't need to see it. You can say, I busted my hand up yesterday, I won't be in the shop. Don't show, God, that's gross. Don't show it to me. It's just not the way to go about it. All right. Other things on Facebook. I don't need to know that much about you. So just share what you need to share about wood turning. And that's it. Now, check, see the lathe running. Lathe will run. At least that's one step up. Now, oh, Sarge said we broke the 200,000 mark with Freedom Pens. Yeah. So if you're still spinning Freedom Pens out there, or you want to get involved, you get a hold of me at this address, eddiecastellancox.net, and I'll send it on to the sergeant. He'll get a hold of you. He's doing nothing. He's goofing off lately, watching Oprah, of all things. So he needs some entertainment. Send him some pens. Now, here's what we're going to talk about today. I've gotten calls from guys about, hey, what do you do for this? What do you do for that? Where do you go for this? I'm right here. Where do you go for that? And those kinds of things. You know, it's down in there is a Morse taper. And my Morse taper hasn't had a Morse taper device in it in about a year. Well, actually, it's coming up on 2 years. But it gets dirty. It gets dirty in regular use. How do we clean it? Big, heavy wire brush, stainless steel. No, you don't need all that. You need this. Right here, see this little thing? And I really wish it had a name on it. but it doesn't. But one of you guys are going to call me or write me and tell me what catalog it's in, and I'll put it on Facebook for you. But this is great. It's non-abrasive. It cleans the lands out. So all you want to do is clean them. You don't want to scruff them, buff them. You don't do any of that. You just want to clean them so the lands fit in there better. So there we covered Morse tapers. And only did that because I found it laying right there. And if it doesn't fall off the shelf, I'll be okay. Next thing we're going to get into is, see this plate? This plate has to be turned around to take the foot off. A lot of you guys saying I like to do that, but I can't afford those expensive one-way jaws. Well, they're not expensive. They're very proud of their work. Okay? That's what I say. So I have my regular jaws, and I have this. It's a screw chuck. I'm going to put my screw chuck in my regular jaws. Snug them up. Now, you're probably thinking, what kind of idiot is he? He's going to take this and put it on a screw chuck. Yeah, that's right. I'm that kind of an idiot. You see this? This is a layout template. It's a size for 6.5. Now it's down to 6 3/8. Fits right there. Then what? This fits right there. You see the dot in the center? Can you see? Let's get in there. Come on. Zzz. See that dot in the center? That's why I'm going to bring up my one-way chuck. Push against it. That'll hold it. Then I can cut it off. I can cut it off. Yeah. It's time to dress this thing off and make it into a real plate. Unfortunately, the hands still aren't where they're supposed to be. And you know what? I'd be stupid. I'd really win the stupid award to crank up the lathe and do something when I'm not really feeling right. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Okay? Now, suppose I need a bigger one. I've got a rack full of these plastic plates. I'm hoping it's shining on them. But up there, yes, right up there, got a whole rack full of them. I brought in some plywood, some masonite, to do some patching on the floor. Then I picked up all the scraps and put them off on the side. And it helps it all. We'll bust those up and put them in the trash. No, you won't. I'm going to cut them up. I'm going to take them to my bandsaw and put them on my bandsaw circular slicing bed. And I really thought I could reach down and grab that. Guess I can't do that. But hey, I got a template on my website on how to make one. The last item on sharing information. And yeah, by the way, if I've developed a plan or a drawing or a sketch or whatever, that's what it's going to be. I got sick 18, 19, 20 months ago, 22 months ago, something like that. My wife and my daughter had to recover my business, Big Eye Productions. They fired up the computer and started clearing things off because for some reason it was running slow. Their opinion, slow. It was a Mac. It was fast. All right. They threw away some of the folders that's what I would send to you if you wrote and said, will you send me such and such? Now I don't have that, so I can't. But I was in the process of putting them all on the website, www.eddiecastellano.com, this one right here, www.eddiecastellano.com, under sharing information. There's also some references, a sheet on some references that'll get you to Vince at the sandpaper place. He gets you the D-Way tools, get you Ruth Niles, wonderful lady, and other people that we put, and I keep developing it, but that'll get you there. But I'll take a larger, I wander off the road, huh? I'll take a larger disc and put a larger disc on it. And then once I fire up the lathe, I can true that disc up or I'll leave it alone. It's going to run pretty true back here. It really is. And it's going to be held from falling off with that screw chuck coming through the middle of it. Now if you want to make it tighter, you can. Oh yeah, let's talk a little more about these discs. When I laid this out, it was off the end of a board some guy dropped off here. Now, to figure out the biggest disc I could get out of the board, there went all kinds of parts on the floor. Get out of the board, I put a template over that disc, over that piece, and I drew around that template. Then, and it also had a center, so I could locate the center. Put it on a bandsaw, it's right over there, and cut it using a circle jig. And the beauty of the circle jig is you only set the radius if you've got it set to the right depth. Okay, and I really wish I could find my other one. It's down there. Problem is, after 2 years, it might be a little warped, but we'll fix that or replace it. All right. When you push the jig up into the blade to cut it, if you're too deep, it'll cut into the circle. If you're too shallow, it'll cut proud of the circle. One way or the other, okay? The way you adjust it is, how deep does a gizmo slide into the lathe? You put a little knob on it. You get those knobs at MSC Direct. That's the same place you get the knob for your tailstock, your camera thing, your jigs and rigs and all. MSCdirect.com. Great place for parts and pieces. And when you get into that knob book, get one more of whatever you're looking at. You're going to use it. All right, we're back to this. We use the template to lay out the circle. I do the same thing if I'm laying out a log. So I'm going to do a cowboy hat out of an end of a piece. I have a template, it's a circle. I'll lay it on the end of that piece and I knock off all the proud corners. Bring them down. That's number one, reduce the weight. Number two, get rid of the stuff I'm not going to use. Number three, the stuff I got rid of, it's probably good usable wood. Throw it in a box of shavings and save it. Box of shavings. It keeps it from drying out too quick. Put them in shavings. Now, that was 3. Yeah, that's all there is to it. But then you've got a log and you've knocked the corners off and you got it down to where it'll spin. Then you've got the center. You can find the center, put it up, put it between centers, and put a foot on it. And I do put a foot on my pieces when they're proud of centers. I've also spun between faceplate and faceplate. Not too bright. This is not the brightest bulb on a tree. Don't do that. Don't show anybody how to do that. Don't believe those showboaters on YouTube that are doing it and telling you it's okay. It's not. Ask that one-armed man down the road. Why he lost his arm in doing that. No, not a good idea. Make sure it's between points or something to hold it. And keep that point up as long as you possibly can. Turning between centers is not a sin. It's actually a pretty handy way of doing it. And I'd like to do bottle stoppers. And I want to do some bottle stoppers before I go see Ruth in Waco. But this is a problem. It's getting better. When I get the stoppers on, I keep the tailstock up, even if it's a one-way stronghold or one-way movable stock. I'll show you this. Get this on here. Yeah, there we go. This is a one-way. See the thing on the end of it? That ain't a one-way. I was taught this by O.B. Lacoste out of Laplace. O.B. passed away a couple of years ago, but boy, he shared a lot of information. He was wonderful at it. This is what you normally see. See the point on the cup? Yeah. But you push that against something, you'll leave a mark. This is quite different. It's a piece of plain stock. Piece of cherry here, because that's what I had, 1.5 inches. I drilled the hole about 1.25 inches deep. Then I took a 3/4 by 10 steel tap. Don't you dare buy that out the catalogs. Don't you dare give those people 3 times what it's worth. Go to Ace Hardware store, look on a Hanson rack where they have the tool dies, and tell the guy you need a 3/4 10. That's it. If you don't have it, he'll have it in 5 or 6 days. Do not buy from the catalog services. And I operate one. Well, she operates it. I'm just here. You guys are lucky. Some days I tell you things and she comes in the room and says, "What did you say that for? That's really bad." No. It's actually really true. It's just I don't want to lie to you. Why? Because you'll catch me, number one. Number two, a lie is the hardest thing to remember. The truth is automatic. Now, I put a 3/4 10 and I threaded it. And that's what I ended up with. See it? It's on there. You can shape the end of it when you put it back up against your first piece. And here's the beauty. If that makes contact with your wood, no big deal. You want to wax it, no big deal. But when you push it up against there, you do your cutting, you can cut into it, you cut around it, and it's holding your piece on. And it takes the vibration out. What is vibration? Vibration is chatter. Chatter are those marks that's on your piece you can't figure out how to get rid of. Chatter are those little squiggly lines going around the piece that kind of looks like really nice artsy stuff. It's still all chatter. Chatter. So that'll get rid of it. Now let's see. I came out here today to check up some chucks, some pieces. When I came out, I found my lathe with some surface rust on it. I had a guy the other day said, "What should I use, WD-40 or such and such?" You see that? That's a Glide coat, made by Bostik. Bostik, yeah, Glide coat. It's great for table saws to keep the surface from adhering and making it hard to push, because you know when it gives, it's going to give when your finger's right in front of the blade. Whoa! Don't send me a picture of it, please. This, putting it on the bed of the lathe, works like great. Let me get this down and get this over. I use some regular steel wool to clean the heavy rust off. I put the Glide coat on. I'm not trying to rub it off. I'm working it in. Didn't take the tarnish off. I didn't take the embellishment off from the pieces. Now, when I get done, I'm going to clean up the bottom of that tool, that sliding tool rest also. But that'll keep it, or make it more workable. Now, how much of this do I use? Bought that bottle, a can, about 4 years ago. I've had my 2 years of my time out, so it's 2 years old. And I don't use that much of it. That one's only for the lathe. Only for the lathe. Now where'd I find it? On the floor in the corner. Apparently the cleanup crew that came in to help me out. Oh well, let's not go there. I got a whole lot of tools to clean up, spruce up, and get into. A whole lot of them. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to hang out, got a garbage can, got some tools, got some cleanup, got some pieces to throw away, and I got an air conditioner that just died. So I'm going to measure the air conditioner, see what I can do at Home Depot. Probably won't be over there. I'll be the guy in line begging and stealing. Okay? Until next time, you take care and be good. I'm Captain Eddie Castellan. You get out, go to make us some shavings. Bye. Oh, all the information on how to contact me and phone numbers and references and all, that's all on the end of the tape. Really is. And my newsletter is out, but it's in. Okay, I'm doing a newsletter about once a month. It's on the front page of my website, down near the bottom on the right hand side. This is June, July, May, June, July. Because I'm working on August already. Click on that and you get a copy of the newsletter. Can I mail it to you? We tried that. I'm computer paralyzed. And for some reason, all the addresses, you want the newsletter, go to the website. You can click on the address and get there and then find the newsletter. And heck, I'm a pretty good guy. I might even clip it on here. I'm a really nice guy. I will clip it on here. I'm an exceptionally nice guy. I'll hand one to you if you come by. Alright, you take care. Be good. Bye now.